It is our great good fortune to have Dr. Romer back at her alma mater as our speaker on 2010 Commencement Day. Christina.
Well, good afternoon. It is indeed a pleasure to be with you today. I am honored to get to spend this important day with you and your families. You know, I often tell my children that I wish I could live my life over again. Not because I want to change things, but just because it was so nice the first time through. Well, what you've given me today is a chance to relive one very special day, my graduation from William & Mary some 29 years ago. You know, my years at William & Mary went by so fast. They were a blur of tough classes, good friends, and frankly, far too many late-night runs to the college deli. But what I learned in those 4 years changed my life forever. One amazing class in a new subject, some special professor, an all-night discussion with a roommate, and you finally realize what you love and what you want to be when you grow up. Now, I often tell students the story of how I came to be an economist. You know, I was all set to major in government and go on and go to law school. But as part of the government major, we were required to take a year of economics. And after about 2 weeks, I was hooked. Because of that one requirement and a brilliant introductory economics professor, I found what would be my passion and my life's work. And over my time here at William & Mary, I got drawn into William & Mary's wonderful history department. And I ended up blending the two subjects in my academic research, becoming a specialist in the economic history of the Great Depression. Well, whoever would have thought that this specialty would turn out to be so relevant to public policy? But in the fall of 2008, as our financial markets were rocked by a crisis reminiscent of the 1930s, that knowledge became frighteningly useful. My very first conversation with the president-elect was about the role of monetary policy in the Great Depression. And almost before I knew it, I moved from studying the Great Depression to helping to prevent a second one. In the policy response to our economic crisis, my generation of policymakers has both learned from the past and sought to improve upon it. We've used all that was learned in the decades since the Great Depression to forge a response that had the greatest chance of healing the economy and leaving it stronger than before. In doing so, I like to think that we took the New Deal and made it better. The policies coupled President Roosevelt's passion for action with President Obama's pragmatism and a core belief in the importance of strengthening private industry, not supplanting it. Your generation will surely face its own challenges, economic and otherwise, but in talking to many of you and your professors, I have a wonderful sense of optimism. You are coming to the workforce with a first-class education and with the values born of hard times. I think it's no accident that the generation that came of age during the Great Depression, fought and won World War II, powered the post-war growth of the United States into an economic superpower, and gave us decades of innovation and stability. That generation had seen the alternative of economic collapse for themselves, and they did not want their children to face that again. I am confident that you will have the knowledge and the wisdom to do the same for your children. You will be part of the next greatest generation. And I am more proud than I can say to have been with you at this occasion, the end of your time at William & Mary, and the beginning of your time leading our wonderful country into the heart of the 21st century. Congratulations and my very best wishes.